Which one would make you nervous, left or right? Both can look bright. That's the trap. Shiny is not automatically bad. The question is why it's shiny. So before I call one surface wrong, we're going to test three things: how the light moves, whether the surface has continuity, and whether the brightness comes from original texture or disturbed metal. This coin is real. The problem is not that it exists, and it is not that it catches light. A coin can be bright and still have original surface character. So again, the question is not, is it shiny? The question is whether the shine behaves like original surfaces. On the clean surface, the brightness is there, but it doesn't travel cleanly. It breaks, it smears, and it flattens. On the mint-made surface, the light has structure. It's just not as bright. It has a pattern underneath it. That's the first tell. Movement. Original texture carries light. Disturbed texture interrupts. Now, look past the brightness. The surface is not continuous. You can see direction haze and disruption sitting on top of the design. Here, the surface may still be bright, but the texture is part of the coin. It was created at the mint, not added later by abrasion or polishing. That's why shiny alone is not the grade. The source of the shine is what matters. On the cleaned coin, the lines have direction. They cut across the surface in a way that feels imposed on the coin. Mint-made texture can also show lines, polish, or basining from the die, but it behaves differently because it's part of how the die struck the metal. So the lesson is not lines are bad. The lesson is, are those lines surface disturbance or are they mint-made structure? And this is why these coins can fool people. At a glance, bright can feel like healthy. But one clue is not enough. We want the evidence stack to agree. Light movement, surface continuity, and texture behavior. And here, those clues are all pointing the same way. The right coin is the coin with the problem surface. It is bright, but the brightness is coming from disturbed metal. The left side is different. That shine is connected to mint-made texture, not a cleaned surface. That's why shiny does not mean original. Originality is not just brightness, it's behavior. Static photos can hide this. Movement exposes behavior, and behavior is much harder to hide. So the next time a coin looks bright, don't stop at the shine. Ask what the light is actually moving across. Because that is the difference between a shiny coin and an original surface. And this same idea matters with cleaning, polishing, toning, and artificial color. The surface may look impressive, but the light still has to tell the truth. We'll do a deep dive into all of that in our next video.